All right, y'all, we're out here, been dropping down on the reef and just getting absolutely wrecked by something big. So I'm gonna send the GoPro down on a knocker rig. Hopefully I don't lose my GoPro, but I'm gonna drop that down. I'll meet y'all back at my office. We're gonna look at the footage and we're gonna see what fish are down on this reef. On the reef now, and starting to see something pop up, so we're gonna send it down. And I will see y'all in the office to show y'all what we got. All right, y'all, so we're back in the office now. We're about to see what was down there just wrecking us left and right. Matt, Isbell, and I went out there, dropped some baits down, and it was just nonstop, just getting slammed by big fish. So hopefully we'll get to see what was down there and breaking us off and causing a lot of chaos on the water. So let's get into it. All right, dropping it down now. All right, so there's definitely a lot of fish down there. Hopefully we can get it stabilized here. What is that? Triggerfish. So we did catch one triggerfish while we were down there, and that one looks like it's a pretty good sized trigger. Oh yeah, that's a big triggerfish right there, y'all. So, all right, got triggerfish down there. And then a bunch of bait fish. So we were dropping our some live squid down on a chicken rig, and we caught a couple of these grunts and porgies, and that's what we were getting a lot of big hits on from some of these bigger fish. Was right there. Those grunts, I believe, is what those are. All right. Boom. Okay, we're on the bottom now. Hopefully we can get it stabilized here in just a minute. What is that? That looks like a big old snapper right there. Right there. I believe that's a big snapper. Come on, get it together, Nate. It's kind of hard to stabilize your camera, you know, when you got a lot of waves and stuff coming over the top of you, and just kind of drop. Uh-oh, hold on. What is that? All right, so this fish right here, I'm like 99% sure that that is a grouper. Right there. That looked like a really big grouper too. I bet that's one of the ones that we hooked that were breaking us off. There he is again. I don't know if that's the same one or a different one. I'm going to say it's probably a different one. This one looks a little bit smaller. That's also a grouper. You can tell by that broom tail right there, darker in color. I'm pretty positive that's a grouper. Got a snapper sitting down right there. Decent sized snapper. Nothing giant. Whoa. That's another good looking snapper right there. Boom. Hold on. And there's another grouper. I believe that's a grouper. I don't know. That could be a mangrove. See how his face is kind of more pointy? I can't tell from that angle what that was. It was dark like a grouper for sure. I mean, look how much bait is just in the water right here. I mean, it's just everywhere. And it makes you really wonder, like, you're sitting here with all this fresh live bait that's just all over this reef, and here you are dropping down a squid sickle or a frozen, cigar minnow or something like that, and it just gets whacked instantly after dropping it. It makes you wonder, like, why would they choose to eat something dead and rotten? It just doesn't, it's not swimming around, anything like that, versus, some of the more lively fish that are swimming around everywhere down here. I mean, it's loaded with fish. See if there's anything else. I'm kind of like, I dropped it down on the main structure to start off with, like where Matt and I were really getting hammered a lot. And then as I dropped it down there, I gave it a little bit, moved it around, and then walked it out towards some of the other sections of the reef. So we'll see what else we got. That looked like a snapper right there. It's a good looking snapper, kind of hidden by that grunt. A couple of them. Yeah, lots of snapper down there. There's another one just past the camera. What was that? Thought I saw something swimming right here. I did. I can't tell what it is, but it's something big. Right here. Oh, there it goes. I think there's some filters I can get for my GoPro that'll clear this up just a little bit. I love doing these videos where I drop a GoPro down and just see what's down beneath us. Even if we're not getting broken off and we're just catching a bunch of little fish, it's good to drop down there and see what all kind of life is hanging out around these reefs. What was that? Oh, lionfish. That's pretty cool. Beautiful little guy, but they are definitely invasive species. No good. Alright, and I believe that's it right there. So, alright, so y'all definitely saw some grouper down there. Saw some decent sized snapper, big trigger fish, a lot of bait fish. I mean, that reef is just loaded with grunts, porgies, all sorts of, looks like cigar minnows were down there too. Lots of life on this reef. So this is one of my favorite sets. It's always the first set that I run out to when we hit those reefs, and I'll fish around that and then move on from set to set. But this was the only set that Matt and I hit the other day. Matter of fact, it's the only set that I've hit my last 2 trips, and combined I've probably been just manhandled 15 times by big massive fish. And I bet it's those grouper, because it's, a snapper, you can catch some of those snapper off of the reef a little bit, but those grouper hang out dead right on top of that structure. They don't like to get off of it at all. And as soon as they feel that distress, that once you set a hook into them, you start to lift them up, they're going to use every bit of their power to dig back down and go into that rock. So I'm pretty sure that's what we've been hooking. It's awesome to just drop down and be able to confirm that, I definitely thought there were grouper down there. And now I've seen definitely 1, maybe even 3 different grouper that were down there this day when Matt and I hit it. So awesome stuff. I hope you enjoyed this video. If y'all did, hit that like button, comment with any questions, subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see y'all next time.